Chapter 13, 59. Heavenly Court's Interference. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. Fang Yuan also found something interesting. The time that these pure dream reality seeker physique bodies could live was inversely correlated to their cultivation level. The higher their cultivation level, the shorter the duration they could live. In contrast, those Gu Master pure dream reality seeker physique bodies could live for 2 to 3 years. They were good research material for Fang Yin. He had ample time to do so. Earlier, I was wondering why Shadow Sect did not use the method to mass-produce pure dream reality seeker physique bodies during the Battle of Yitian Mountain if possible. Now it seems the pure dream reality seeker physique that created Ying Wuxi was not this simple. In order to save their main body, Shadow Sect had to use this method to create many pure dream reality seeker physique bodies, to disperse and get rid of the dream realms. They have great determination. Fang Yuan sighed as he realized Shadow Sect's firm and determined attitude. Not only did Fang Yuan capture some pure dream reality seeker physique bodies, the other righteous path Gu immortals were not stupid. They also had some captives. These pure dream reality seeker physique bodies were the dream path fruits of Shadow Sect's research. Once anyone successfully researched on them, they would have an explosive breakthrough in the exploration of dream realms. Shadow Sect did this without hesitation in order to save Spectral Soul's main body. The scene was very chaotic. Purple Mountain. True Monarch was not discovered. He was still continuing to create more pure dream reality seeker physique bodies. More and more cocoons of light were starting to appear in the dream realm area. Pieces of dream realms were cluttered together in a messy fashion, creating a complex terrain. Both the righteous path and demonic path were surrounding the pure dream reality seeker physique bodies, engaging in fierce battles. Even though Fang Yuan's side was doing their best to obstruct them because the battlefield was too chaotic, some pure dream reality seeker physique bodies managed to leave the battlefield amidst the confusion. Damn it! Spectral Soul's main body might be hiding among these bodies. Fang Yuan observed and was about to attack from afar when suddenly, light that was sharp as a needle descended from the sky. Instantly, the pure dream reality seeker physique body's skull was pierced. This white light that was extremely thin was very sharp. It moved down from the skull of the pure dream reality seeker physique body and penetrated his entire body. It appeared instantly and vanished just as quickly. The pure dream reality seeker physique body that was hit was rank 6. He instantly felt that his body had no strength. He was extremely weak. He showed suspicion on his face as he raised his hand to touch the top of his head. Next, he placed his hand in front of him and saw that there was blood mixed with brain matter. His expression changed abruptly. There was disbelief and fear. Next, his vision turned dark as he lost his life. His corpse fell onto the ground from the sky like a rag doll. Instantly, blood sprayed out, bones were broken. It was almost a pile of mush. The body was completely dead. Who is it? Fang Yuan saw this and his pupil shrunk. He was the person in charge of the situation. Among the righteous path, he was the first to observe this. Meanwhile, on the demonic path side, Purple Mountain True Monarch was creating cocoons of light while managing the situation. Seeing this, he was not confused. He frowned deeply. Heavenly Court finally acted. He had expected this. He had some arrangements in White Heaven. Heaven Overseeing Tower was obstructed for a while. But unfortunately, Fang Yuan salvaged the situation. Purple Mountain, True Monarch's plan was greatly disrupted. The Super Gu formation and the righteous path, Gu immortals greatly hindered Purple Mountain, True Monarch's plan to saving his main body. The best timing was lost. Heaven Overseeing Tower broke free of the obstruction and finally acted, joining this huge battle. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. After several soft sounds, several small traces of white light shot out and easily killed all of the pure dream reality seeker physique bodies who tried to leave the battlefield. Next, a grand immortal Gu house appeared from the sky with shining light, as if a deity had descended upon the battlefield. Such an incredible sight attracted the attention of many Gu immortals. They quickly looked up at the sky. A few of them were dazed, but most Gu immortals instantly recognized Heaven Overseeing Tower. Heavenly Court's Heaven Overseeing Tower. It was too famous. Heavenly Court? Almost all the Gu immortals were intensely shocked. Heavenly Court's imposing entrance made this chaotic battle go into even more uncertainty. At the top of Heaven Overseeing Tower, Duke Long crossed his hand and stood upright like a tower, observing the entire battlefield. Spectral soul is too devious. We cannot let a single pure dream reality seeker physique body off. They need to die. Of course, these pure dream reality seeker physique bodies could just be distractions. Spectral soul might be lurking in other Gu immortals' bodies to escape. Thus, all of the Gu immortals present need to be killed too. It is better to be safe than sorry. Yes. Behind Duke Long, Fairy Ziwei and the Gu immortals she led responded in unison. Duke Long pondered before saying, "We will kill Shadow Sect before eliminating the righteous path. But if anyone tries to leave the battlefield, no matter who, we will exterminate them." Heaven Overseeing Tower pressed down on the battlefield like an imposing mountain with vast power. The chaotic battlefield froze. Heaven Overseeing Tower had the greatest battle strength. Its movement decided the flow of this battle. The righteous path. Gu immortals' hearts were pounding. Heavenly Court. These were Central Continent Gu immortals. Were they reinforcements? Shadow Sect's side fell into panic. Evidently, Heavenly Court and Shadow Sect were enemies. Fang Yuan's expression was grim. Looking at rank 9 immortal Gu House Heaven Overseeing Tower, he frowned deeply. He had somewhat expected this to happen. Heavenly Court appeared again. The situation is horrible. They actually rebuilt Heaven Overseeing Tower in such a short time. I wonder how many rank 8 Gu immortals came this time. Heaven Overseeing Tower's appearance was a huge blow to Fang Yuan's plans. But thankfully, Fang Yuan was inside the Super Gu formation. It could defend against Heaven Overseeing Tower's might. Fang Yuan had the experience of battling against Heaven Overseeing Tower. Even if the strongest attack from Fate Gu was used, Fang Yuan estimated that the Super Gu formation could endure one attack. Fang Yuan decided to observe for now, but Purple Mountain True Monarch could not do nothing. He was a rank 8 Wisdom Path Gu immortal. How could he not have backup plans? Purple Mountain. True Monarch transmitted, "Zuo Yehui, according to our agreement, your enemy is here. What are you waiting for? They are from Heavenly Court." Heavenly Court? Legendary immemorial desolate beast Zuo Yehui heard this as its body shuddered. Intense rage and hatred could be seen in its eyes. This rage and hatred was embedded into its soul. Even after 1,000,000 years, it still felt this deeply. "Heavenly Court!" Zuo Yehui roared. The sound waves burst out and swept an immense surrounding area. Boom! At the next moment, vast darkness burst out from Zuo Yehui's body. Its body was huge to begin with. Now under the cover of the dark mist, it became increasingly terrifying. Next, its legs bent as its body arched. It bared its teeth and stomped the ground. Bam! There was an intense sound. The ground shook harshly. A huge pit was created under Zuo Yehui, while it shot out like an arrow through the sky towards Heaven Overseeing Tower. Heaven Overseeing Tower burst out with power, but Zuo Yehui was covered in dark mist. It was evidently an immortal killer move, allowing it to fly and defend itself. Zuo Yehui moved like a bamboo spear or a huge meteorite. In a few breaths of time, it traveled 100 li, arriving at Heaven Overseeing Tower. Insolent fool! Duke Long snorted in disdain. His majestic body shook as his thoughts collided. Heaven Overseeing Tower burst out with an intense white light. At once the world turned white. Heaven Overseeing Tower's strongest method. Fate Vanquish. Rank 9 Immortal. Gu Fate's power was unrivaled. There was no way of dodging. As long as one was not rank 9, no matter how powerful, they would lose to this move. Light was everywhere. White light, filling the world from all directions. The Gu immortals exposed to the light, be it righteous path or demonic path, coughed out blood. They were instantly heavily injured. Most fainted on the spot. At once, half the battlefield was cleared. There were some Gu immortals who were shielded by the dream realm. They were not exposed to the light and were saved. With a loud sound, even Zuo Yehui could not block the attack of fate. It crashed to the ground. It coughed out blood, but soon it crawled up and opened its mouth, roaring at Heaven Overseeing Tower. In Heaven Overseeing Tower, the central continent Gu immortals all had shocked expressions. Even Duke Long was surprised. Zuo Yehui did not die from fate vanquish. That was normal. It was far sturdier than normal immortal Gu houses and had incredible regenerative properties. Zuo Yehui was the problem of Southern Border for ages. Southern Border's Gu immortal world had mobilized immortal Gu houses to kill it, but could not. They only defeated it. But Zuo Yehui's injury was far less severe than Duke Long's expectations. Gu immortals could cultivate, so could Zuo Yehui. After all these years, Zuo Yehui had been getting stronger. Moreover, it was helped by Shadow Sect this time. Purple Mountain. True Monarch purposely lent it a lot of immortal Gu and large numbers of immortal killer moves. Zuo Yehui was fully armed. Zuo Yehui stood up again. Half of its injuries had healed. This was a terrifying recovery speed. It pounced at Heaven Overseeing Tower again fearlessly. A cold light shined in Duke Long's eyes. He used fate vanquish again. Zuo Yehui was hit and landed on the ground again, but soon it stood up. Even though it was injured again, it was full of vitality. Central Continent's Gu immortals were intensely shocked. This is the battle strength of a legendary immemorial desolate beast. It is truly stunning. It is a bit troublesome. Fairy Ziwei had a grim expression. Zuo Yehui's battle strength was out of her imagination. Even though Heaven Overseeing Tower had Fate Vanquish, it could not be used consecutively. After all, rank 9 immortal Gu Fate still had injuries on it.